let's turn the tables on Ian Thain. Hi, I'm Max Streifeneder. I'm a developer advocate at SAP, and I have today with me Ian Thain, who is usually a CodeTalk host. Hi, Ian.
Maxie, thank you for joining me, or thank you for allowing me to join you. This is very strange having the tables turned on me, as you said right at the start. Yeah, I thought it would be time that actually somebody grills me on a subject.
I don't want to grill you. I just have a couple of questions for you. Somebody may have noticed that you're now in charge of our SAP CodeJams, and the man behind the logistics. Just, do you want to tell people out there what's a CodeJam actually? Because maybe a couple of guys don't already know what it is.
Well, I have to apologize because I may get CodeJams and CodeTalks mixed up. There's too much code everywhere. But yeah, so CodeJam is a fun community-driven event. It's been around since about 2012, so about 8 years. I always say that the father of CodeJam was Craig Schmeichel, which a lot of people will know. I'm sure he would totally disagree with me with that, but he actually sort of helped formulate the format and everything that we've had successfully over those 8 or more years. And as I say, it's a community-driven event. So it's the community that actually get in touch with SAP and say, we'd love an event. And it's put together, or sorry, it's requested by a requester. So they will actually come to me and ask, and they will give me a subject, and we'll send an expert. And it's a fun event. As I say, people come along with their own devices, they meet up, it's like a techie meetup, and then they follow the subject matter by experts, and they will probably go off on tangents with discussions and conversations. So I think it's a really fun event, and I'm sure a lot of people over those 8 years have been on a CodeJam.
Absolutely, I've done around about 15 CodeJams last year, so I totally agree that it's a fun event for all attendees. So is there like any prerequisite for folks who want to A, request a CodeJam, and B, want to attend a CodeJam?
Okay, yeah, so the requester really should know the community that they're requesting for. So it is a very sort of regional type thing. So you'll look at, if you look at the CodeJams, you'll see there's CodeJams Munich, which I think one is coming up this week. There's CodeJam in lots of different cities. So the requester really should really know the community that they want to invite. The requester is also responsible for actually hosting the event. So they should know that they need to have a location, and that location needs obviously tables and chairs, power, internet, AV equipment, and that's all at the cost of them. So sometimes these requests come from somebody in a company, and the company doesn't mind using their location. Sometimes they have to find a location, and that may be like a hotel or a conference room somewhere, but that is down to them. So the financial cost there is by them. And then also the requester needs to actually fill the event, so they need to publicize. With regard to us, SAP, we send somebody like you, a developer advocate, or somebody from product management, so sort of like a product technologist along, and we sort of contribute to the catering cost. If you want to attend a CodeJam, obviously, please register early, because they actually fill up really quickly. Come along with your equipment and do your prerequisites, because the prerequisites help quite a bit, because you're going to have about 5 hours with the expert and everybody else there. So you want to get up and get running as quickly as possible.
Exactly. So is there a certain process where attendees or requesters should follow in order to get a CodeJam?
Yeah. So if they either Google SAP CodeJam events, or they go to community.sap.com/events/CodeJam, they'll see there's a page. It's a page that I maintain, and there's a list of CodeJam topics. Now you know that obviously there's so much SAP technology and so many different things out there. We have to narrow that down to some CodeJam topics. So for example, Max, you said he's one of our experts. He will do the Cloud Application Programming Model, Node.js. That's a really popular one. And you can see some others there. And that list will actually change now and again throughout the year. So always look at that page to see what we're actually going to be able to give to you. So they look at a topic, they pick one topic, they then look lower down on that page, and there's a little link which says, okay, click on here, and we'll generate an email. And the email comes to us at Developer Relations SAP, and it will give us certain things like, please fill out 3 dates, and please let us know your name because we want to get back to you, and let us know the location. So we really wanted to know that you are very dedicated to this event happening. The dates, we'd really love you to give us between probably around about 6, maybe at the most 8 weeks in advance. So we don't want you requesting a CodeJam for next week. We'd like it in a CodeJam maybe for 6 weeks time, on, you know, at the real push about 8 weeks. And that will give us a lot of time to try and get back to you. We usually try and get back to you, well, we won't take 6 to 8 weeks to get back to you, but we'll get back to you in about 7 to 10 days.
So you took my question about what's coming after the requests. There's already a couple of there's already a couple of blogs out there describing what happened at a CodeJam. There's just go to blogs.sap.com and have a look for CodeJams. And I think if you don't have anything to add.
Well, actually, let me just fill into that last thing about the request. So yeah, so that email will come to us, and we'll do our best, our very best, to try and get you an expert to fulfill that that topic, and also that location and that date. Now, obviously, you know that we can't just sort of fill every request. So for Europe, we look for European advocates such as Maxi and experts, and for North America and other places in the world. So we'll try and do as much as we can. And then once we've sort of made sure that we can actually fulfill that request, we get requester and expert together, so they can sort of put any of the fine details on that. And then we will create a registration page, and we'll give that to the requester to then publicize out to their community. Now, one thing I want to say about the actual topic itself, the topics are set. As I said already, there's a topic list. We won't be tailoring the topic to meet a specific geography or a specific area of expertise, such as if you're really big into telco or maybe oil, gas, we're not going to change that around. The experts come in with that topic, and it will run that way. If the conversations happen within that, it's all down to the expert. But it's a really great event. I think, I've got to take this time to say thank you to people like Maxi and all the others that are out there and doing these events. As I said, we give the URL to the requester, so they can go and look at their community, the people they know who would like to go to that event. And then also, if you look on the SAP developer and community area, you'll see there's a long list of others that are become public. So, they may have the few seats for you to bring your laptop along, do those prerequisites, and have some great time with the experts.
All right, Ian, thanks a lot for all these insights, and I hope we can execute as many CodeJams as possible in 2020, because
I hope so. We had about, I think the last few years we had about 80 or more each year, so it's actually a really fun event, and we're happy to send people like Maxi, Marius, DJ, I could go on and on and on out there to do it. But thank you for turning the tables on me today, Maxi.
And additionally, hopefully as many CodeJams as possible in the US with our new additions like Rich and Thomas Young.
Excellent. Yes, well mentioned.
Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in, and most likely next time with your casual or usual Code Talk, CodeJam host. In this case, it's a Code Talk host, Ian Thain.